Hi everyone, welcome to Just the Two of Us. My name is Colleen. So how much food did we grow in 2023 in pounds and in dollars? I've always weighed whatever produce we grow or whatever. I always weigh everything, but this is the first year I've converted it into dollars. So I thought it would be fun to sit with you, have a cup of coffee, and just quickly go over the numbers. Some of it I can compare to 2022, but I thought it would just be fun. Like I said, I've never converted it into dollars. So we'll just quickly go over it. Can I see it without my glasses? It's kind of blurry, so we better keep them on. So I'm just kind of going over the main crops. I'm not going to bore you with every single thing, but also, near the end of gardening season, I didn't weigh everything. I was kind of like, the end of the gardening season, you just don't feel like doing it anymore. So every weight is on the conservative side, and every price for sure is on the conservative side. I used the prices that were in season at the time. Like, for example, peppers, I'm using a price of $3.99. because that's what they were in the summertime, but we're still eating our peppers now. And in my local grocery store, they're $5.99. So just to give you an example of the prices that I'm using, like the tomatoes, I'm using $2.99. I know they went as low as $1.99 in the summer, but now they're up to $3.99 and more. And also, I'm not using organic pricing. I'm just using regular produce pricing. So my weights are on the conservative side, but for sure my pricing is very conservative. So we grew 402 pounds of tomatoes. I think it was my best year by far. And all of that came in a very short time, because I don't know if you remember or if you go back, my tomatoes didn't turn red until like mid-August. So from mid-August to like beginning of October, I grew 402 pounds of tomatoes, probably more, because I gave a lot away that I didn't even weigh. And in 2022, I grew 227. Peppers, I grew about 80 pounds. And for some reason, I didn't record them last year, but I know last year I grew way more than this year. Carrots, we grew 55 pounds. Last year, I grew 60. Potatoes, we grew 172 pounds. That's red and white. We did the Yukon Gold, red, and a few Kennebec. 172 pounds this year and 108 last year. Beans, green beans of any kind, were 31 pounds this year and 45 last year. And I purposely grew less this year because last year it was just way too much. That's a lot of beans, 45 pounds. Cucumbers this year, my cucumbers did not do well and we were missing them terribly. We only did about 29 pounds, and last year I stopped weighing them at 80 pounds. My friends' pigs were even tired of eating them. We grew so many cucumbers last year. Broccoli this year, we did 16 pounds. We did 14 last year. This year, cabbage, I only had 7 pounds, where last year I had 28 pounds of cabbage. Cauliflower, not one of them grew this year or flowered into anything significant. Last year I grew 21 pounds. Sweet potatoes, we're a winner this year, 17 pounds, nothing last year. Beets I didn't grow this year. Last year we had 27, but I didn't grow them on purpose this year. And zucchini, we grew 34 pounds, and last year I stopped weighing at 51 because, again, we had so many. Now, what I didn't weigh was things like lettuce, onions, garlic, kale, spinach, Swiss chard, pumpkin, celery, and herbs. I guess I could have, but we literally ate lettuce almost from beginning of May till the end of October, because I did a spring and summer lettuce and I did a fall lettuce. So I don't even know if I weigh it, because we just cut as we ate it. So I'd literally be weighing 1 or 2 ounces every single time. Our onions weren't very good. The garlic did well. The kale, spinach, Swiss chard was fantastic. Pumpkin, not so good. The celery wasn't good, but I got tons of herbs. So we had a total, with not including those other things I just said, but all the ones I did give you a weight measurement, we grew 843 pounds of food in 2023 on the conservative side. And I think that's amazing. I couldn't believe it when you add it all up like that. So the dollar value for the tomatoes was $1,200 at a conservative $2.99 a pound. Peppers at $3.99 a pound was $319. Carrots $83. Potatoes $1.19. Again, I'm using very conservative dollar figures. Beans $35, cucumbers $58, broccoli $116, cabbage $49, sweet potatoes $35, and zucchini $28. So my total dollar figure, conservatively, not with non-organic prices, was $2,042. $2,042 out of my small, moderate garden. And I'm so happy. I've never done it to see the numbers like that. I had an idea with the weights, but I've never totaled them up like that. And I don't know what price value to put on all those lettuce and garlic and things. So I just put $200. It's probably way more. I mean, I have parsley for the year, oregano, basil, rosemary, the Swiss chard, the lettuce alone. We had a salad almost every day for months. So I'm being conservative at $200. So for 2023, we grew $2,242 worth of food. And for 2 people, that's a lot. Now, we did give a lot of the food away. I do give a lot of my canning stuff away, my final product, but the dollar figure and the weight alone just says that by itself. So I am thrilled. I'm so happy. I don't know why I've never done this in the past to put a dollar figure to it, but I think that's pretty amazing. And now I know when I keep I've only done it for maybe 4 or 5 years, a real good tally of what our weights are and that. And now I know by canning and stuff where our weaknesses and strengths are from year to year. Like, for example, last year we grew 60 pounds of carrots, and it was the perfect amount for us because we, particularly me, I love carrots and I love them. Other than tomatoes, it's my second favorite thing from the garden. So this year, I haven't canned a carrot yet. They're still in the fridge, and it's January, and I think we harvested most of them the beginning of August, and they're still doing fine in the fridge. So I don't know why. I always, when we pulled them previously, within a month or so, I would can at least half of them thinking, oh, I better preserve them. I better preserve them. Well, I don't really have to. So far, they're hanging on. So next year, I think I'm going to do even more carrots because now we hardly have any left. We've been eating through them and enjoying them so much that I think next year I'll plant even more, knowing now that they last so long in the fridge. We still have tons of potatoes. I haven't started canning them yet because they're still staying great. I have to work on our brassicas. Last year was a total fail on most of the brassicas. We seem to have conquered sweet potatoes. So all in all, though, I mean, what an amazing year. The tomatoes alone and the peppers were just fantastic. And I've been getting lots of happy mail lately. I'm getting all my seed catalogs. And not that I have to get a lot, because we did seed save quite a bit, most of our heirloom things and beans and flowers. But any hybrids that I grow, I have to order the seeds. And every year I like to order 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 different things to try in the garden, just for fun. So I'm going to be working on that the rest of the day. And I thought it would just be fun to go over these numbers with you. So thanks for having a coffee with me. And until we're together again, take care.